guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of The Road to Glory, episode number 57 I believe it is. Now, today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60 capture card. If you guys are interested in doing the sort of thing that I do, you know, recording your gameplay, 1080p, 60 frames a second, all of that good stuff, then I'll leave a link down below in the description where you can go and pick one up for yourselves. Highly recommend the product. I use it literally every single day. So, getting on into the episode then, I hope you are all sitting comfortably and maybe you've got a little snack or a nice drink or something, because we're going for just over 16 minutes here I think today, and what you're going to be seeing on screen is like highlights from the FUT Champions matches that I played. Now, I didn't play them all. I literally wasn't planning on playing it at all, but I had a couple of spare hours on Sunday and I thought, you know what, we're qualified, why not earn a couple of coins for the Road to Glory, maybe get a pack or something like that. So I figured, you know, that's the route we'll go down. Now, I accidentally turned on the old trainer thing there because I was wiggling the stick and stuff. I accidentally pushed it in. That's what the weekend league does to you. It sort of stresses you out and you're like, you're just on edge really, although I was doing my best to not get stressed. Now, you saw in the last episode we did the Player of the Month Dele Alli SBC, and then we followed that up by starting our weekend league games. Now, I played 2 games there. I'm 1-1, so I won the first one 1-0. I got smacked in the second game 5-1, but we did score possibly my best ever FIFA 17 goal, a lovely like what they call Trivela free kick, you know, the outside of the boot swerver one with Ben Yedder from mad distance. So was worth it in the end, I would say. And as you can see in this game, we're like dominating. We've had more shots, more possession. I decided to switch Ali and Eriksson, so my new Ali is at cam, see if he can do anything there, and actually switch my strike force around as well. And then Moussa Dembele scores me a goal to put us 1-0 up. Now, in the 1-0 win we got in the first game of the weekend league, that was a goal from Moussa Dembele. So for some reason, this guy is scoring goals from centre mid. I don't know whether to be happy or whether to think like, mate, what are you doing? You're out of position. Get back. Leave the goals to the likes of Aguero and stuff. So I'm not sure what's happening. But we go for another Trivela attempt. Unfortunately, this time it doesn't quite work out. I guess Christian Eriksen's just not quite got the Ben Yedder techers right. And then I nearly attempt one with Dele Alli. I thought that could have been a penalty. But it ends up he just kicked the air. And once again, we're relying on Butland here to keep us in this game. Aguero then gets into the box, takes the shot, but it's going to get blocked. And it is going to go out for a corner. But as you can see, right towards the end of the game, it's sort of like end-to-end stuff. And I was definitely reliant on Jack Butland in goal. He's been phenomenal for me recently. Like, there's been a time over the past few weeks where I've literally thought, okay, you're not that great. And we get bronze 2 here, which gives us like a couple of packs and a couple of 1,000 coins. That's kind of all I really wanted to do this for. But then again, I still had some time, so I thought, oh, we'll play a little bit more. I realised that, excuse me, I realised that I didn't actually have my custom tactics the same for both my different teams. I forgot that it doesn't like switch over and just have it for your ultimate team. It's literally based on the squad you use. So I tried to match it up slightly more to what I've been using on the Prem team, where we've been getting a little bit more success, and put it onto the team where we got that French trio up front. It's basically nearly a whole French team, apart from my fullbacks, of course. And we come up against a strong-looking BPL squad, and he's somehow shoehorned in a Ben Yedder off chem, I think, in this particular team. Decent opponent, and it was always going to be a bit of a struggle. He goes straight through and hits the post with his in-form version of Dele Alli. However, we push through with Lacazette. Can we get that shot away? We can, but the angle was bad, and we didn't even manage to really do anything with that. Petit pushing through to Ben Yedder, who smacks it after that scoop turn, and he does put us 1-0 up in the 21st minute. I'll take that in a game which is pretty even. I'll definitely take the early-ish goal, see if we can hold on from there. Of course, that then changes the dynamic of the game. If you can hold on to it for a while, you're all good. Or you could just literally let Andre Gray's inform run down the other end and score straight away. I was laughing at this point in time. How does that happen? How do I literally let that happen? He's had 1 shot on target and 1 goal. But in the second half, we push through. Or he pushes through, should I say. Ben Yedder is 1-on-1. And I think, luckily, Koscielny chasing back there is what put him off a little bit. And a good save from my keeper, of course. Petit's through 1-on-1. But N'Golo Kante manages to catch up and stop that, which is not good. I then get through with Lacazette, a fantastic save from Courtois, keeping him in it at this point in time. And then that happens. Okay, I don't know what actually happened. Whether that's like a result of him dashboarding, I don't know. But I didn't get the win, so I guess maybe he just got knocked off the servers or something. I didn't get knocked off the servers. I just got booted from the game. And you'll see in a moment, I left this part in here on purpose. We got a couple of match coins, I think, but it didn't count. So that's good at least. You know, it was a draw. So if there wasn't a server issue or something, I guess we shouldn't have got the win, and at least we didn't get the loss. So I'm happy with that. It was just a waste of 60 game minutes, you know. So okay, not too big of a problem. And we go on into our next game. Hopefully we can make it up in this one. So we've just lost, like, I think it was just over an hour played in that game, and then we didn't get anything for it. Martial pushes through in the 5th minute against this guy, really holds the defender off well, and does manage to put that ball into the back of the net. And we go 1-0 up against, it's not a very good looking Premier League side. I felt confident when I saw it. I was like, okay, we've got some players here. Our team is definitely better. We could beat this guy. We go 1-0 up so early on as well, and then he just straight up pauses and quits. So that's already made that time up, right? You know, in fact, we're ahead of schedule now because we've managed to get another game played in less than the time we had left of that game before. So luckily it was after the 5th minute, because I think if it's before the 5th minute, do you not get the win? I'm not too sure. But then we go straight on into another match. Maybe, I don't even know if we switched teams that time because, well, we've hardly used anyone's fitness, right? And then we come up against a red Andre Gray, a very strong-looking Prem team, inform Walcott, and then he's got a triangle of Bayern Munich players, good ones as well. Costa scores, makes it 1-0, 11 minutes on the clock. He was a good opponent that held possession pretty well. We get through with Dembele there. I'm gutted that both of those opportunities didn't end up in the back of the net. That does suck. You know, we should have scored at least one of them, right? And then at half-time, even though we've had more shots, we've ended up having the same amount on target, and well, it's not going too good, especially when he runs through here and gets a lucky rebound. To be fair, he made space for the shot, so the rebound is neither here nor there. But he sticks his away, whereas we unfortunately didn't. We then go straight up the other end and nearly score, but I didn't put enough power on it with Aguero. That sucks. If I had, we'd have been back in the game. And we do test this guy a couple of times with long shots and stuff, because it was very difficult to get past his defence. He was a solid player, and I definitely struggled. And it looks as though in the 90th minute, 2-0 down, especially when we even missed that opportunity. That's kind of clear cut that this one wasn't going to be our game. Beaten 2-0 by what I would say is a better opponent. Yeah, he was a good player. Held possession on me. Even when I did my best to really hold possession in the second half, we still had less at the end of the game in total. And we get our second loss there in the weekend league. I'm not even sure how many we've won and how many we've lost. Can't really remember. Have we got 3 wins or 4 wins at this point? I don't even know. But we move on into another game. A solid formation, 4-1-2-1-2, second variant. But he's got Sterling and he's got Martial in like centre mid spots. So I don't know what's going on there. A bit of a pace-hoary thing to do, I guess. Petit plays it to Ben Yedder, through to Lacazette. Scores a lovely goal. That was some great team play. Literally right off of kickoff. 2 minutes on the clock and we're 1-0 up. That gives me confidence, you know. When you score a goal like that, a really nice pass and move, and your opponent hasn't even touched the ball in the game. Oh, I love it. Sometimes they just straight up quit. You know, this guy didn't, and he actually played on. Relatively decent opponent. He gets through with Bailly, of all people. I don't know why Bailly's up there. He's either gone all-out attack, or he just had a corner and was countering again. I can't remember how it went down, but he scored against me with his feet. It wasn't even like a header from a corner. So that sucks. That was kind of embarrassing. But I did feel like we had a lot of space in this game. I try that corner thing again, but it forces a good save out of Petr Cech. Now Ben Yedder sees Kante, who spots Griezmann, who spots Lacazette. We fluff it. We get it back to him again. He takes a terrible touch. Cech's running out, but somehow we still managed to get that past the goalkeeper. I nearly screwed that up, and I would have been so annoyed if I did. Like, there were so many times during that where either the defender got it back or my touch was terrible. It was embarrassing. I should have made that look a lot better than it actually was. Griezmann to Kante, through to Lacazette. Literally a moment or two later, he's banged it in for a first half hat-trick. The main man, Lacazette, doing bits for us in this particular game. Proving that even though he did get that goal back with Eric Bailly, that we were really solid in this game and nice and clinical as well. Kante then plays through Lacazette. Can he get a fourth in the first half? No. What? He sticks that one wide of the post, really sort of putting to bed any myths of me being the most clinical player in the world. But Kante does get one in a very similar situation, showing that he's got a better finish than Lacazette at some points in time. I don't know why. But yeah, maybe slightly different angle, or I hit it slightly differently. That one goes into the back of the net. And we do go 4-1 up. Now, that is going to result in a little rage quit before half-time. And to be fair, I would have done the exact same thing. If I was on like a main account or something, probably would have just quit, because there's no real coming back from 4-1, I don't think. Not if you're getting dominated. And yeah, so we're now at 4 wins, by the way. So we're 4-2 at this point in time. And a draw, I guess you could say, with that one that glitched out on us. But then I just thought I'd show you where we're at right now. We're back up to like 40k after the Dele Alli SBC. So if we had 130 and we've now got 40k, I think it cost me 90k to get him, which is pretty damn good. I think anyway, like if the MK Dons SBC was a lot cheaper, then obviously that would have been even cheaper for Dele Alli, but that cost me like 56k for that friggin' challenge, man. If you've got them players in your club and you don't intend on doing the SBC, sell them, because they're going right now, and actually the people on the market could really use your players, because they're kind of extinct sometimes. So we go into this game against a 5 at the back Serie A squad, very sweaty looking team. I missed one of them shots again. I don't know why or how I did, but Pjanic puts this guy 1-0 up. Grr, that's not good. And then he goes through with Nainggolan and makes it 2-0 in under 30 minutes. So confident from the game before, and then we're 2-0 down against this guy. I then accidentally slide him. I knew I was getting a red card because he reaches for that back pocket. So I do the smart thing and just dashboard. The reason I dashboard rather than quit the game is because you don't lose your fitness. It's not a glitch. My opponent definitely still gets the win for that one. That's not the no loss glitch or anything like that. But yeah, you can just dashboard and you won't lose your fitness. You'll lose a contract, I think, and probably still get a loss on your record, but you don't lose the fitness for the team, so we can go straight back into another game. And I'm not afraid to do that and show you guys that I'm doing that on this account. Like, if I know we're getting done, why waste the time of playing the rest of the game? There's some games that, you know, we're good enough to get back into, and I'll definitely continue playing there to get the match coins even if we lose. But sometimes, you know what, I just feel like it's not worth it. You do come up against some very decent opponents from time to time. It is the weekend league after all. So we're 1-0 down in this game against another guy with a Serie A team. Kind of similar again. I think he even had... Did he have the orange Salah again, or did he just have a regular Salah? I'm not sure. Either way, all of his players were decent. We do get an equaliser here on the stroke of half-time. Very nice goal by Sergio Aguero right there. I think that was made by Dele Alli, getting a nice ball through. He scoops it round and then just has... He's got that shooting technique, you know. Sergio Aguero is very, very clinical. And at half-time, it looks as though we're completely dominant. I felt comfortable in this game, and I was annoyed that I hadn't scored more. I fluff a chance there with Martial, but we do get through here. Low driven, that's a goal, right? Nope, not quite. However, Dele Alli picks it up. He cuts down to the byline, passes it across, and Martial's there to just nod that one home to put us in the lead for the first time in this game. Then Martial spots Dele Alli, who's got a few players to get around. He does manage to weave round them, and he scores his first goal for the club. He's been a lot quieter on this account for me than he has on my main account, where I bossed it and got more than a goal a game with him at cam. But obviously I've been playing him centre mid, maybe rotating him to cam sometimes and stuff, so I'm not expecting mad results from him. I'm just hoping for a solid player, which currently I think I'm getting. Now this guy does walk straight up the other end and get a goal back, so it's not all said and done here. But Aguero gets through, takes that shot, and somehow that goes through. I think it's Buffon. Yeah, it just goes through his legs. We just nutmeg him. Okay, I'll take that. And yeah, we do restore our 2-goal lead. I then spot Martial here through. Just sweat it, because that's the smart thing to do in that situation. It's the weekend league. I'm not taking any prisoners. I'm not gonna try and shoot that one and then and Buffon saves it, and then I know this guy can score against me. So it was definitely the smart thing to do, especially when he walks up the other end and scores a belter with, I think, That's either Insigne or that Alejandro Gomez. I'm not sure which. He had both, I think. And eventually we end up winning the game 5-3. I felt comfortable, but I was also a little bit nervous and a bit worried that we'd somehow managed to concede 3 goals in that game. But we've achieved what I wanted to achieve. It was then dinner time. I had family coming over. That was all the time I had for the weekend league. A couple of hours, and we've earned ourselves 7,500 coins, some match coins, of course, some experience in the weekend league, and a 25k pack. So I'm really happy about that. I also went and bought a second Martial. I picked him up for 17.5k. It's a little investment. There's potential for him to get an inform. By the time you're watching this, you might even know if he's got an inform. I think this might be going live on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not too sure at this point in time. But if he has an inform, this regular one's going to be out of packs for a week, hence a price rise. And next week's weekend league is all Premier League, and he's one of the most popular players on the game. So surely, right, people are going to be looking at him, and I just bought it in case I can flog it on for a few K more, make a little bit of profit, especially when I'm not spending the coins at the moment anyway. So that's my method and theory behind that. Oh, we've made it through 16 minutes of commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That was my little experience from a tiny bit of weekend league this week. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to share your support by smacking a thumbs up. Don't forget to sub to my channel if you're new. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.